Welcome to Late Breakfast, everybody. I'm Torian B.
I'm First Class Reg.
And we got our special guest in the building. We got my man Dev in the building. We got Zeus in the building.
Yeah.
And we have our regular guys, Robbie Digital and Danny. All right, so this week's topic we are going to talk about, we're going to keep it specific to rappers. Because if we go artists, it gets too wide, right?
Okay.
So, which rappers in 2020 have the most to prove? Like, who's about to have like a make or break year in their career? Like, who would you say? Who wants to go first?
Oh, make or break.
I got one.
Everything.
I go first?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go.
I think the rapper with the most to prove, and I don't think everybody agrees, but I do, is Cardi. I think Cardi has the most to prove.
Cardi B?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Cardi has the most to prove. She positioned herself to practically be number one as far as like women in hip hop, right? She has a Grammy off of her first album. Now we're going through sophomore album, and we all understand sophomore jinx and where this goes. Personally, and I'm a Cardi fan, that first album wasn't amazing. It was good, but she was so lovable that it could have been terrible that it would have still went crazy.
Still would have not been. I agree.
So it didn't get the critics behind it who dissected the album because she was just in the darling at the moment. Mm-hmm. So I think now she's in a position where we're about to be like, wait, is she for real though? You know what I'm saying? Like, was this Love and Hip Hop being such a meme, being Bodak Yellow being so crazy that we forgot that she's actually like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's something stellar, or is she really that person? Because yeah, remember we put in this. Nicki's not better. There were people arguing Nicki's not better than Cardi, which is crazy. Yeah, and I'm not even a Nicki fan.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have a hard time.
I'm not even a Nicki fan, and that's nuts. But people were debating.
I think
so
the
now
debate
this album has to come out and be like, oh nah, she's for real, for real.
I don't think it matters. She won the Grammy year one.
Did win the Grammy.
Like and not to say she can race you by wow because she can't do that. But I think you understand she's never gonna be at that peak again. Like, and she's not. I just don't see her having another record as big or as
big as Bodak Yellow,
and everything that created as far as momentum and the look she was getting and how they were coming in.
Right.
Like
Bodak Yellow was definitely a gift.
It was honestly like rest in peace, Kobe. That was like the alley-oop against Portland to Shaq. Like, it was perfect. It was the perfect remedy of everything at the right time.
But album-wise.
But if she drops a really good album, like what is she proving? Like we're not gonna sit
that
here.
She's an actual musician who's like actually studied her craft and actually did the work that she needs to do.
And it wasn't
when she first came out, people were actually apprehensive that she's a musician. Though people were saying that she's not a real artist.
She didn't write any of the records.
So if she actually makes a good sophomore album, this actually proves that Cardi B actually is putting in the work and like honing in her craft and is actually a musician.
If she goes about making the album the same exact way with using other writers and having help. Are we still looking at it the same way?
I mean, there's a lot of artists that do that.
I'm not saying it's wrong. All right, wait, caveat. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is we know that's how the first album was made. Mm-hmm. And we're saying that she has a lot to prove with the second album. But like you said, like if she's taking steps to study.
The team better give us a better second
album. The reason why that goes over so smoothly is because like it's something that she never shied away from. Like she owned that from the beginning. Like I remember when she came out with her intro and everybody's like, oh, Meek Mill this, Meek Mill that, right? And then she went and she performed and she was like, yo, niggas saying that I'm rapping like Meek Mill. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I'll rap like anybody.
Also, if she puts out a second good album, that's two better albums than Nicki has.
All right, so who else wants to talk about an artist that they think is on the clock? Let's go, Rob. Who do you think?
I think Drake's on the clock.
Okay, and why do you say that?
He owns the
clock. I think he self-admitted it too, though.
He owns the clock.
Because I think that he was prepared for Scorpion to be really, really good, and Pusha put a monkey wrench in that shit where he had the whole top of the first half of that album is him arguing with good music. And Pusha.
That's what made it better.
And I think that now it's like, yo, I want to make an album that's actually going to be really good and people well received.
I think
even from watching the Elliot interview where it's like, well, what do you think of your classics? I think I have classics, but it's always an argument every other week on Twitter about his classics. And it's always asterisks next to those classics.
You don't think Drake feels like he needs it? I think that line on the track with Future, they call me slipping once, so what? I think that's he
He's
himself
still-
admitting like,
yeah,
okay,
he's
you
still
got one,
owning this.
watch what comes next. I think
Right.
he himself wants to prove something. And I
Fam,
think he's gonna
every
come out.
interview you're talking about it. And then when you look at the albums that you've made, there's always slight little asterisks next to those
I think
albums with the
I think his
exception
legacy
of nothing
another
nothing
album.
was the same.
Not because of the push. I think it's legacy.
Yes.
Needs the album.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
that's why Drake, I don't think he'll ever be like Drake is gonna be who he is because of social media and the money part. But as the artist part, he'll never be like the Hove ever.
I disagree.
Because he can't make Drake. You know what Drake needs? You know what Drake needs right now? Drake needs a 444 album, and Drake doesn't. And
No.
He's not
It'll
there
never
yet.
happen.
He's not there
He
yet.
is there. He has enough
Nah,
money.
he's not there.
age-wise.
Like, Jay-Z,
That's
Jay's
not him.
old. Jay's
Look at how many
Drake
bad
hasn't
albums
been
Jay
married.
had before he got to 444.
Drake has
How many
enough.
bad
How many?
He didn't have that many.
How many bad albums? Who
He didn't
has?
have that many.
Right,
bad
he had what was it? A Magnum Carta Holy
That's
Grail,
not a bad album.
Blueprint 3.
That's
That's
a
a
top-
horrible.
that's a
The
top
album's
five
trash.
album.
The album's
Blueprint
trash.
three's
Blueprint
not-
3 is trash.
Blueprint
No,
three's
it's
not-
not. I would
No,
say
it's
Blueprint
not.
3 is for me. Blueprint 3 is his worst album.
It's
For Jay.
lyrically his best album, to be honest with you.
Blueprint
What?
3?
Wait,
What?
No, I'm sorry.
Three?
Blueprint 2. I'm tripping. Blueprint 3 is not
Okay.
that good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so you
But
agree
it's
with
not
me.
a bad album.
Not
It's not a bad
that
album.
It's not a
It's
good
that
album?
Blueprint 2 is lyrically his
When's
best.
the last time you went to
I
hear
think
it?
it's some of his best rapping.
Yeah, Blueprint 2 is lyrically
Blueprint
his
2
best
is some of
rapping.
his best rapping.
Right.
No, I actually like Kendrick Lamar better than
And
Blueprint
the Holy
3.
Grail Magna Carta, you couldn't give me 5 bad songs.
But
on
back
that
to your,
album.
I
back
hate
to your
that album.
point.
I think
we
that
done
whole
with
album's
that.
trash.
He needs an undeniably great album.
Yep. He needs an album that has
He
that's
needs
either
to
12
focus
to
on one kind of music.
12 to 17 tracks where we're like, that's it.
No, he
All
needs to
right,
be 12 tracks.
So Dev, who would you say
Mine
like
is-
is on the clock?
Mine is Big Sean.
Okay.
That's fair.
Did the clock start?
Nah,
Dev, don't listen to Rob. Just I want to hear what Dev has to say.
Big Sean is like the Rudy Gay of music. Like
I can see where you're going with this. I'll take
Like
it.
Rudy
I'll take
Gay,
that.
like
I'll
Rudy
take
Gay just
that.
had all the tools to just be like a perennial all-star and was just like, ha, yeah, I'm alright. I'm gonna just
Just do weights.
Yo, he's in the Spurs now.
Yeah,
bro. And I'm
man,
like, yo,
like-
what's going
and
on?
it's like
Big Sean also did it to himself with the No More interviews.
for sure. And it's
Why?
like for me, it's like
I don't
Sean,
think that does it.
to me, Sean
So many artists don't do
Sean
that.
has the potential to like be like this great rapper, and it's always just a lackluster project after a lackluster project. Not to say he'll never give you joints. If you give me another either side of this, it's kind of like you can keep that shit. Like
Get back your Rockefeller chain.
like fam, like where's your Detroit bag? Where is even what was this shit with blessed on blessings?
That was the
Dark
best
Sky
album.
Paradise.
Dark Sky Paradise.
Yeah, that album was almost a classic.
Fam, like where is
Almost a classic.
where's that guy? Like I hate the fact that he did that interview. Oh, I'm so much more enlightened, and
Did he
I'm just in
distance
tune
his
with
way
my
from
spirit,
Kanye?
and my music is so
Yeah,
much better. And
that's
then
why.
he drops a single called Down
That's
Life,
why.
and like
I blame Janae, but that's a whole nother conversation. Danny, who do you say is on the clock?
Wait, let me go. I want to go.
Okay, right. Go
Because,
ahead.
say mine.
Each time
Yeah,
I want to say has been said. All
Because
right.
I've been listening to all this shit, man.
Oh.
And I
This
wanna know
nigga
for
never
Big
wants to
Sean.
defend Big Sean, but gets mad.
I mean, because I like to let niggas speak. So for me, I'm gonna say ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky.
Good one.
ASAP Rocky released Testing.
I ain't gonna lie.
Testing came and went very fast. I think ASAP Rocky, from how we saw him in the beginning, it's just kind of dwindled, and I don't think he cares that much.
You don't.
But at the same time,
Are we gonna just be honest?
You know,
with what
A$AP
it is?
Rocky's only 3 albums in.
Are we gonna
It's
just
not like
say
he
what
has
it is?
a long-
No more yams.
well, yeah, but he has
No more
he has the
yams.
mixtape.
Let's
He
be
has
honest.
It's
and
literally
those are
what it
tough.
is.
yeah,
It's
but like
literally what it is.
I don't think so.
He just a song leaked. I don't know. Have you heard Best of Me?
ASAP.
Yeah,
I didn't
was
hear
a
it.
leak. It leaked in like
I didn't
November.
hear it.
But
I will
Bushka
say
Boy was
this.
fire though.
Was it good?
No, it wasn't.
It really
Best of
wasn't.
Me is 2011 Rocky. Like
I don't-
he's
yeah.
back in. Like he's trying. It feels like he's.
But this is
I don't
what I'm
know
You know what
saying.
I think the
But
best
this
thing
is what
Rocky
I'm
could
saying.
do?
I don't think he
I
has
think
anything
Rocky
to
needs to
prove,
let
though.
Tyler produce a project for him.
That would be amazing.
I think that's
But
his best
so
option
this is what
because
I'm
he doesn't
saying.
have
That
yams
would
to
be
record.
egotistical to make that a thing.
But he
though?
didn't have
No, I
yams
think he's too
on-
unsure of himself post yams, and I don't think he has a clear direction for himself that he knows where he wants to go in.
But he didn't have yams on his second to last
But
project.
no, but
Yes, he
that,
did.
That project was done before him.
Before yams passed, yeah.
Oh.
Like the reason why he
Released-
left the shit about kicked the bitch Rita Ora out. Just like,
Yeah.
he said he kept that on
Yeah,
there because
he
loved
fucked
that.
with that.
Yeah.
And said he didn't want to take it off because he
Okay,
loved that.
gotcha.
And in
So he
retrospect,
released
would've-
it on the
he
post,
said in
right?
retrospect he would have done it differently.
Mhm.
But his music, how he dabbles in the music is always so come and go. You know, he's big into fashion. You know, he got a lot of other shit outside of music, but
Don't
I haven't
half-ass it.
been.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
half-ass it.
You know, he just bagged Rihanna. You know
I
what I'm
don't know.
saying?
I don't know if he has something to prove. Though.
Hip Hop Festival.
He's
He did.
headlining.
Yeah.
I don't think he has something
Rolling
to
Loud,
prove,
right?
though. You know what I'm saying?
He's
We gotta
headlining.
remember.
Yeah, I don't think Rocky
We're
has
talking about
anything
something to
prove.
prove.
I think Rocky
got 3 albums.
I think Rocky is in the lane that he's going to be in, and I don't think he has that much to prove. Like it just like the fan base that he has is that's it.
I think if this next album is poor across, opinion, then he moves into
Because he
he's on the
started
clock.
off at-
But I don't think he has anything to prove right now. He got 3 albums in, couple cozies. 2 out of 3 albums are really, really good.
I will say
right?
that the Cozy.
All the cozies are good.
Yeah, Cozy's-
So at this point, he has too much firepower to be like he has something to prove. He's
But
not-
I
he's
say
not
the
on-
reason
he's
why
not
I
on
say
the gauntlet
something to
yet.
prove though is because he's the leader of that crew, right?
And as a
And
solo
because you,
artist,
as the leader
Ferg
of
is
the
looking
crew,
really, really
Ferg
good.
is looking
Ooh.
great. Ferg is consistent.
Jim
He
Jones
always has.
Always looking
He has
way
hits
better.
that transcend. Ferg is looking like the one, and
That's not how it started.
Rocky isn't exactly.
He took the
Rocky
Jim
needs to
Jones
step
blueprint
back
and ran
in
with
front and be that leader again, and his music hasn't been doing
If
it.
that's what he
Oh,
wants.
Rocky left here looking like him?
Yeah, he took Ferg took the Jim Jones blueprint and looks amazingly well at it. And Rocky looks like him, like, I
can
mean, I'm
dabble with
good.
this.
I'm still cute though.
Does that make
Alright.
Masts Jewels?
Nah,
That's
12
12
is
is
12 is Jewels.
All right, so who you got?
All right, so then
All right. All mine have been picked. For me, it's between either Schoolboy or J
just
Rock.
pick one.
I'll pick Schoolboy.
Schoolboy's
I
not
agree.
coming out. We're not going to see him for a while.
Actually, Schoolboy just finished saying last
Schoolboy,
week he
that's a
got
good
something
one.
ready to go.
Schoolboy's a really good one.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I think Schoolboy held himself back. I don't think he released the project he wanted to this last project because of the passing of Mac Miller. I
And
think
Nipsey too.
and Nipsey. I think there's a huge thing with Schoolboy albums that initially they don't hit right, but they age very well. I didn't like Oxymoron or Blank Face upon
Really?
initial listen.
Yeah,
However,
that's
now, wow, both
Blank
those
Face is
albums
really
are
good.
great.
Oxymoron. And
Oxymoron's great too.
I thought there was a good one on.
They-
when
They're
it
like-
first
just
came
really
out.
long.
They're really long. Yeah, I
Really
agree with
long,
that. That's the
right.
problem. They're very
He is the
long.
one rapper that has stuck to the 3 verses on a record, and I'm just like,
And gives you
I feel
15,
you.
15 to 18
like-
tracks.
But the one thing I love also about
I
Schoolboy,
need it.
to me, Schoolboy makes the best. Like his singles are some of the best workout music ever, the best running music
That's
ever.
Man of the Year. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yes.
But with the whole thing with it, I just feel like he let a bum year and bad circumstances beat him, and I think he recognizes that within himself.
Did you
And
like
if-
Crash?
I didn't.
Crash wasn't good.
I
It was
didn't.
decent.
There were moments I liked.
Crash
There's
Talk?
moments I really liked,
Yes, there are
Right.
but for the most part, I didn't.
It wasn't worth
I knew it
revisiting.
wasn't what he wanted to deliver.
Right.
Especially hearing him speak about
But
it.
he said that
and-
it was his
And the
most
lack of
fun that
promo
he
behind
ever
it.
Put,
I mean,
making an album.
I was
got to
happy
be
for him.
himself and
he gave us that.
But then
I mean,
Mac died.
didn't hit for
Right.
you.
But then Mac died. That album, every time he goes to drop an album,
Somebody
somebody
died.
around him dies. Like it happened with Blank Face and it happened with Oxymoron. He's at a
kid.
yeah, and he's at
Probably
the
ran low.
I think he's ready now. I think he recognizes it. I think he's grown and healed, and I think he's ready to execute. But I think if he gives us another Crash Talk, he's gonna be forgotten about.
So I'm gonna go with mine. And I was thinking about this recently. It's J. Cole. He just won his first Grammy. He's very he has a very, very niche following. And he just put out the Revenge of the Dreamers. And things are kind of high for him right now, right?
Mhm.
So in my opinion, because he's gone through the whole revamp. He looks like a Rasta now. He's very free spirited, and he kind of gives. I'm not gonna say acts. He kind of gives off the vibe oh, I don't care about anything. I don't want to be the number one in my class and everything like that. But he's very, very teetering on being not forgotten about, or just being Big Sean, in my opinion, or being Kendrick and Drake. And I think, and I personally think that this next project is going to make or break that. When I'm thinking about it, I'm all right, he just won a Grammy. Revenge of the Dreamers was really good. His last project, he was going somewhere with it, where he was trying to
KOD?
reach. Yeah, KOD. I didn't say it was a bad album, Zeus. I just said he was trying to go somewhere with it, with working with basically relating more to the younger rappers. So what I'm just saying is that on this
Bro.
next project, I just think that this next project is going to define like where he's going, right? If he's still defining his own sound, or if he's following like what's going on, like we hear him like on a Brooklyn drill kind of beat or some shit like
Does it
that.
feel like this is setting up to be his last album?
Is it fall off? It shows.
I'll be honest with you,
He did say
I don't
that.
follow Cole that much to know that, but I just know that it feels like this
feels-
next album should be really good.
Respected rappers
The Dreamville
in,
thing is
in
cool,
music today.
but the problem with the Dreamville thing is the Dreamville. I as a Dream villain, I love Dreamville, but
That's what they call y'all?
But the albums are good. The albums are good, but they don't go nowhere. The albums are good, but they don't go nowhere. And I think even with
They call y'all dream villains?
Yeah, that's what.
Dream Billions.
You made that up just now?
You just made that up, or is that real? Yeah, that's real.
You couldn't go with Dreamers?
Dream
like,
Billions?
I thought it was Dreamers.
That was your first time hearing that too,
I
right?
thought it was Dreamers.
You just made that up,
no, I didn't.
You better coin that
Rob.
shit quick before
I
I
didn't.
t-shirt.
I didn't make it.
Rob. You just made that up.
I think Cole is already etched in like that cultural space in hip hop where he can't get moved. Not like around Rushmore. I think amongst
He
his
just
peers,
won his first Grammy.
But
But
that's
to Z's
some
point,
shit.
but
I
I
think-
think I see what you're saying.
Oh.
He is solidified, but he's never had it set up like this before.
Hold on, let me finish the point. What I'm saying is Cole is super respected, right?
Mhm.
I don't think anybody's like, is Cole falling off or does he
No, I
have
don't
to
think
prove
he's falling
something?
off.
I think Cole, after he hit Forest Hill Drive, which some would call a classic, whatever, all this platinum album, no features, right? Big deal. When he hit For Your Eyes Only, I told people this then. Cole has officially hit the spot where he doesn't care what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
For Your Eyes Only is literally a journal that we should not be able to listen to if you listen to the album. It's like so personal that he gave us his journal, right? And then from there on, he's just giving us music that he feels like giving. So there is no clock for a J. Cole. Because he
Yeah.
almost omitted the idea that you can clock me when he put out For Your Eyes Only after such a critically acclaimed Forest Hill Drive. He said, you know what? I gave out one of the best bodies of work we'll get in the last decade in Forest Hill Drive.
Yeah.
And now, he made an album for his kid and his dead mans. Like, we weren't even supposed to get that. We shouldn't have been able to hear that.
Had he not had that feature run, though, I would agree, because that feature run proves to me that he wanted somebody to recognize him.
No, I don't think so.
Hear me out. He literally went on everywhere he can go in doing different styles, jumped on beats we've never heard him do, to the point even his core
Moneybagg
fans,
Yo.
for example, right here, was one of the number one people complaining about it, when everybody else who wasn't Cole fans were like, and that year made me a Cole fan. I'm not the biggest Cole fan. I'm 50-50 on Cole. However, I recognize Cole is in tier 2 for me by himself.
But
It
you know
goes
what?
Kendrick, Drake, Cole, and then the rest of rap.
But you know why he did that though?
But
he was doing that because of just he sees this is where the landscape of rap is, but he's like, I can also get with this. I can give y'all
So
this.
is that not proving
but
something?
this is not where I live. No, it's just like, yo, it's just from an air. It's from an air of being like.
But then even after, when he comes back and says, I'm not doing features anymore, it's, yo, you had something to prove. And he proved it.
It's not that he's on a clock per se, but the fact that this is the highest Dreamville has been. He just got the first Grammy. He came off of that feature run.
Mhm.
It feels as if 2020 it's the best he's ever been set up. This is the best time he's ever had to put out music. Now it's like, what are you going to do with the spotlight on you?
Right, they're the top
In this
three. Those are the top
J.
three.
Cole sits
But
in
I just
the-
feel like Drake is alone. It's like I don't even like admitting it. Like
That's
I'm being
fair.
honest with you,
That's
but
fair.
I gotta be honest with myself and what I see.
That's
like Drake
fair.
is in his own strategy, and that's because like he sings as well. Like he's a fucking total
Right,
package
just
artist.
like Jay-Z
I'm not
doesn't
just
even
rapping.
get mentioned when we talk top 10. Like, you don't even
Because
mention
Jay is already
literally
there,
on
yeah.
another stratosphere, right? But J. Cole is literally in everybody's top 3 as per
Yeah.
generation.
Right.
I think when you hit that point and then you've done it your way, the way this guy has, I don't think there's such a thing as he has something to prove. That's basically what I'm saying.
And with that, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Everybody got to share what their thoughts was.
Yes.
Right? I totally won this debate, everybody. I'm Torian B.
I'm First Class Red.
And we'll catch you guys next time.